Have you ever walked into a room and felt like everyone was watching you? What if that fear lives only inside your mind? Today, you'll discover why social anxiety feels so powerful. You have tried being more confident. You have forced yourself into uncomfortable situations. You have told yourself to just stop caring what people think, and none of it worked. Not really, because everything you were told about overcoming social anxiety was missing the most important piece. And in the next 3 minutes, I am going to show you what that piece actually is. Here is what most people get wrong. They treat social anxiety like a confidence problem. So they try to fix it with confidence solutions. Push yourself, fake it till you make it. Just do it scared. And sometimes that helps a little. But it never fully works. Because social anxiety is not a confidence problem. It is a safety problem. Your nervous system does not feel safe around people, and you cannot think your way out of a nervous system response. You cannot tell your amygdala to calm down. You cannot logic your way out of a biological alarm. So what actually works? The answer is simpler than you think, and harder than you want it to be. You have to teach your nervous system, through experience, that people are safe. Not by reading about it, not by thinking about it, by living small moments where you are visible and nothing terrible happens. That is it. That is the whole mechanism. Here is what this looks like in practice. You do not start by giving a speech to 100 people. You start by making eye contact with the cashier. You start by saying one sentence in a group conversation. You start by letting someone see a small piece of your real opinion. Each time you do this, and survive, your amygdala receives a new data point. This was okay. Nobody left. Nobody laughed. The world did not end. And slowly, very slowly, the alarm gets quieter. Not because you became more confident, because your nervous system finally has evidence that people are not the threat it thought they were. There is a second thing that almost nobody talks about. Stop performing. Most people with social anxiety spend every social interaction managing how they appear, monitoring their face, editing their words before they speak, performing a version of themselves that feels safer than the real one. And this performance, exhausting as it is, actually makes the anxiety worse. Because every time you perform instead of showing up as yourself, you send your nervous system a message. The real me is not safe to show, so the alarm stays on. The antidote is not to perform better, it is to perform less. One small moment of genuine reaction, one unedited sentence, one real laugh. Each genuine moment tells your nervous system, the real you survived that, and the alarm gets a little quieter again. The third thing is the one that changes everything. Stop trying to eliminate the anxiety. The goal is not to feel nothing. The goal is to feel it and show up anyway. Anxiety before a social situation is normal. It will probably always be there to some degree. The shift happens when you stop letting it make your decisions. When you feel the alarm and walk into the room anyway. When your heart is racing and you speak anyway. When every part of you wants to leave and you stay for 5 more minutes anyway. Each time you do this, you are not just surviving the moment. You are rewriting the program. One small, safe experience at a time. You were not built wrong. You were taught the wrong thing about how dangerous it is to be seen. But that lesson, learned in one moment, can be unlearned across 1,000 small moments. You do not need to become a different person. You just need to show the person you already are to a world that is far less threatening than your nervous system believes. Start small. Stay real. Keep showing up. The alarm will get quieter. It always does. The end? Subscribe, please.